Nobody can stop me now.
We're on video now
That's
for
exciting.
podcast number 3.
We are on number 3, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be number 3.
This would be number 3
Yeah.
because, we drove out to Jennings and back.
Yes. Yes.
And we did a podcast for that.
Yeah, and I edited both of those, so I should know better.
You should know by now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
What the hell,
whatever.
right?
Yeah.
So where are we?
Georgia.
Yes.
We are on I-20 headed to Talladega.
Cool. Okay. And why are we going there this week, Annie?
Because it's the first races of the season.
That's true. And what are you doing particularly?
A lot of racing.
Yes.
A lot of racing.
You were going to do a lot of racing.
Yeah.
What are you going to do first?
Oh, race school.
Yes.
Race
You're going to do
school.
licensing school
Yes.
tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So,
It's exciting.
yes. Are you looking forward to said licensing school?
I mean, I'm looking forward to having my license. I don't know if I'm particularly excited about the licensing school.
That's fair. That's fair. And then so at the end of licensing school is your first, not real race, right? It's the mock race.
Yeah, it's the mock race.
Right? No.
I don't remember. I don't know how this works. I've never done this before.
No, that's true. So
Um,
let me help you, because I've done it a couple times now. So at the end of licensing school, you'll have the mock race.
Yes.
Yes. Which
And
you
then-
have to complete without crashing.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be cool.
Yes.
That would be cool.
The one thing that's going to be weird about the mock race, and this is something to keep in mind,
Mm-hmm.
is that there's no classes in the mock race.
Oh, so it's... Oh, that is weird.
Yeah, so you'll be
Yeah.
out, if there's a guy on a ZX-10,
Oh,
you'll be in the same race with him.
not for long.
Also fair. Though Tally is going to be one of the closest tracks you'd be able to keep up.
That's true, but,
Right. Right?
I'm still on a 300.
You are still on a 300 and,
Yeah.
with a top speed of about 110. Yeah. So,
Yeah, and then I'll go from the mock race. I'll hop off the 300 and I'll hop on the minis
right, and you'll do the mini race
immediately after.
immediately after.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Is it immediately? No,
It is.
because
Yeah,
mock race,
Mock
then
race,
mini,
then mini.
right?
Yep.
And then what happens after that?
And then, assuming that I get through tomorrow morning, and I, get through the mock race,
Yep.
then I race again on
Yes.
the 300 for real
Yes.
this time.
In F Super Stock Novice.
Yes.
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 So, how do you feel about that?
I'm so fucking excited. I am so excited. I have been talking about this all week to
Have you?
anybody that will listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Cool. So tomorrow's going to be a busy day,
yeah.
right? Race
Yeah.
school, mock race, mini race,
Yeah.
F Super Stock race,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And then Sunday will be slightly less busy, but still busy.
Well, right, because you'll have 2 practice sessions in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll have 2 practice sessions. Well, no, you'll have 3 practice sessions.
Yeah, 3. Because
Because you'll have a mini practice,
A
and
mini and 2.
and then 2 F Super Stock,
Yep.
right? So,
I'll be all over the place and
you will
everywhere.
you will have a busy weekend.
I will.
So what's the weather look like?
It's supposed to be sunny, but I think a little chilly.
Yeah. During the day should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just nighttime's gonna suck.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 26 tonight.
See, that's still warm.
26 is not warm.
26 is. I live in the north now.
Yes, I know. But I just realized I need to shut off the cruise control.
Beep.
So.
All right.
And why am I not racing this season, Eddie?
No, because you hurt yourself and then decide. Well, somebody hurt you. Somebody took you out.
Who hurt you?
Yeah. Somebody took you out, and then you decided to, not fix it for a little while.
Now wait a minute. That's not entirely
It floated
fair.
apart, and you could see it, and you still raced for a year.
No, I didn't know that it was wrong until about halfway through last season.
And you still.
And then I decided that I needed to finish the season. What? What is this?
That is putting 2 and 2 together.
Yes.
With the
Yes.
audience.
That is fair.
Yeah.
So, But it still wasn't my fault because I got hit in practice.
Yes.
And high-sided off the motorcycle.
Yes, and that's why I was saying that the initial impact was not your fault.
Yes.
And that we will give you credit for.
There you go.
Everything else.
Well, the fact that it didn't heal was kind of the.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if it was. I don't want to say it was the doctor's fault that it didn't heal, but the initial. I found out later that apparently the protocol that he used for. Sorry, guys, we're dealing with traffic here.
Oh no, we're dealing with
an immediate accident here. Okay. Ooh, shit, dude. I'm trying not to, but okay.
Nice. Oh, that poor one.
Yeah, that's not great.
Very upset.
You think? Like I said, the joys of recording a podcast while driving. What were we talking about?
Oh, your doctor did something weird.
Yes. My doctor. Oh, the first doctor used a protocol that apparently only works for 40% of the time in men my age.
Oh.
So.
Oh.
So I only had a 40% chance of it actually healing the first time anyway.
Oh,
which kind of blows.
Yeah.
If I had known that up front, I would have insisted that they just screw the damn thing back together, which is what we're going to end up doing anyway. So there we go. So, and the whole procedure is going to be kind of gross. Well, because I told you there's a little piece floating in there, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, explain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a little piece floating in there. A little, little chunk, maybe that big.
That's fun.
And
delicious.
They're going to pull that piece out, and there's also another splinter in there they're going to pull out, and they're going to grind it up, and they're going to use it to support the bone that's in there.
Tasty.
As part of a bone graft.
Fun.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So, I know I'm excited.
I'm excited for you.
I know you are. Yeah, because you have to take care of me for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm really excited for is all the future loading that I'm going to do by myself.
That's true, because you're going to have to load and unload this thing.
Yeah, thank
all
God
by
I'm
your
power
lenses.
lifter.
Yes, that's true.
Being
that's
strong
true.
is important.
Strength is important. Yeah, especially considering, we generally load the Ninja into the back, and then I pick up the back wheel and move it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to now have to do that. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
It'll be an adventure.
Right,
the first time will be an adventure.
Right. Well, we'll get Andy Balls to help.
That's true.
So.
Yeah. What a good guy.
He is a good guy. So other people assume that because I've encouraged it and I'm paying for it and I'm helping you with it, that it doesn't make me nervous.
Yeah.
But it does.
Of course.
Right? Because,
not of course.
No, of course. No, you're right. Because here's the thing. It's like, you are my only child. And...
You really put me in some risky situations for only having one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've really taken a gamble with that one.
I have, yeah, kind of. But, hey, what the hell? You only live once, right? YOLO.
Gross.
Yeah, it was gross.
Okay,
but no, so people think that, I'm not nervous about it, right? But I am. But I also know that, once I got you sucked into it, you were hooked.
Oh, yeah.
And you really like it. So, and I'm really not one to say, no, don't go do this.
True.
Because, I've been doing it since 1989.
Yeah.
So,
it'd be real bad if, if you told me
if
that
I
I
told you that I
yeah.
shouldn't go, you shouldn't go do this thing. Yeah. So, well, though, my parents, my dad rode, and he didn't think I should ride. So, you can stop now.
Yeah.
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 That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
So, but no, so I'm super excited for you. I'm a little nervous. I'm super excited for you. I am curious to see what it's going to be like being at the track with you and not actually racing myself, right?
I mean, you've been a couple times as a mid-pitch now.
Yes, but those are track days.
True.
I've never actually done it for you racing.
I mean, if anything, it'll probably be better experience for you because I won't be on the bike as much.
Well, that's true.
So you'll have somebody to hang out with.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and I'll want to, and I'm going to, so, but some of the things I'm going to do tomorrow are make sure we get video of you on the track.
Right.
Right. in some different corners, prepare for, hopefully your BTR application for this fall.
That's true.
So that we have track footage and we don't have to go back Randy again. Which we might do anyway.
We probably will do anyway.
Yeah. Just because his footage is always great.
It is.
We'll also always give him.
He's got his permanent spot on the motorcycle.
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll always, and we'll give him all the footage that we shoot too, right?
Yeah.
So, and he can cut that in as he feels it's useful.
Yeah.
So yeah. But no, I'm excited for you. I'm a little nervous. This is your first time first time racing the big bike, right?
Are the nerves different from when they were
for the little bike?
For getting on the track.
Yeah, a little bit. Just because I have confidence in you. Like, I know you know how to ride the motorcycle, right? I also have confidence in you.
By the way, I am not bothered by the fact that you're nervous. It's not.
Well, I didn't think you would be.
I know, but I don't.
You don't take it personally.
I'm not. I'm nervous too.
Right.
I'm excited, but
right. Sure.
I'm also nervous. But
right.
I wouldn't be offended by somebody looking at me and saying yeah, of course I'm nervous that it's your first time on the motorcycle.
Absolutely.
I have a mother.
Oh yes. Oh God, we should get your mom on the podcast.
No.
Okay, never mind. Okay, we should not get your mom on the podcast.
Mom, if you're listening, I love you more than anything. But we all know that you're scared, and that's okay.
So anyway, but she'll probably be interested to hear that. So am I, right? So
yeah.
But no. Here's the thing: is when you first got on the Mini, I was nervous, right? Mm-hmm. And then you crashed it, and you survived, and I was like, okay, well now she's gotten that over with.
Yeah. I did that once.
You did that once. And I kind of and after you raced it a few times, a lot of the nerves of you racing it really kind of went away.
Right.
And of course, the other thing was I was out there on the track with you on one of Joe Fisher's rented Groms. So, so there was that. And then the first time you got on the track for the track day on the big bike, that was a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Right? Because, but on the other hand, I also, I had done, I knew what a novice track day was like with SDT.
Yeah,
right?
You've done any number of them.
I did a bunch of them. And I knew what that was like, and I knew that, you were in very good hands for a first-time track rider.
Right.
Well, not the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a novice track rider on a different bike. How's that? On a full-size motorcycle.
On a full-size motorcycle.
Yes. So that was less nerve-wracking.
Mm-hmm.
With your one-on-one coaching session with Precision Track Day. I don't know. I wasn't really nervous about that until you. I don't know. I wasn't. I really wasn't nervous about that.
At all?
I mean, a little bit, but I was less nervous, I think, than the first time you got on the track. On the full-size bike.
I mean, it was the same track.
It was the same track. You had been there before.
I had somebody watching me the whole time.
Right.
So.
I mean, Andy was right behind you or right in front of you the entire time.
Yep.
And the other thing too is I was also very, I was busy.
Yeah.
I was busy getting race footage and photos and, just making sure that we documented that day for social media.
Do you think you're keeping yourself busy?
What's that?
Do you think you're keeping yourself busy a little bit?
I don't know, maybe. I mean, the other thing is, it's what the hell else am I going to do? Sit around the paddock?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not, we all know me.
Yeah, you don't sit still.
I'm not really a sit around and do nothing kind of a guy. That's not my MO.
No.
I mean, to some extent, I probably kept myself busy, for sure. So this weekend, so now with you going on and actually racing for the first time on the full-size bike, I think the thing I'm most nervous for is the mock race, just because there is no class.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the speed differential is significant. Right?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel that there's probably some understanding of that going in.
Oh, sure.
Don't be an asshole. Let's all get through this
Yes,
together.
yes, because all of you want to finish so that you can race the rest of the weekend.
Yes, and that's the more important part.
Right,
So.
right. You know, but that's something that, like, also, like, you need to think about too, right? Is that whole, like, all I really need to do is bring this thing home in one piece
Yeah.
in a reasonable lap time,
Yeah.
right? So
That's all I'll be. I mean, that's kind of all I'll be thinking about
Right.
anyway.
no, you won't. That's not true, and you know that's not true.
Okay, for the mock race, yes.
Right, because there's no points,
there's no
no
points,
trophy. There's
yeah.
there's just I need to finish this to be
There's
able to go actually race.
What? There's winning the mock race? No, it's like winning the track day. Like, come on.
Fair, that's fair.
Yeah.
So, you know, right? We all know what we say about winning the track day, right?
You generally don't. That's kind of the whole.
Well,
thing.
no, you win the track day when nobody gets hurt. You can use the motorcycle again,
Right.
So, you know, I mean, realistically, that's kind of. I mean, yes, there's competition in racing, but you know, the first goal is always, to finish first, Grasshopper. You must first finish. So.
I was thinking about those fun little sayings that we have for racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
That
and
one.
when you get to a corner,
turn
the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Are there others? I mean, those are the two big ones.
Those are the two big ones. Yeah. I was just like, God, we sound goofy sometimes when we talk.
Yeah, I'm sure we do. To other people too. Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine what other people who don't race think?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm gonna like quote some of these one day, and
Right.
somebody's gonna be like, Annie, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right. I've used that in like I've actually used when you get to a corner, turn the motorcycle
Mm-hmm.
in like other spaces.
Yeah.
And people look at me like I've got three heads.
Yeah.
Because they're like, what are you actually talking about? And then I have to tell the whole story about like
Yeah.
Ed Bargy and all his advice and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think I was talking to somebody and I used actually when you get to the corner, turn the motorcycle, and they were just like why are you telling me this?
Right,
Like, what?
right, huh?
What?
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
no, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or also the Mike, the infamous Mike Daniels quote, when asked how you go faster, more throttle, less brake.
Yeah.
Right. I tell you, when he did that, the kid that he was asking him the question, the look on his face was just like, you son of a bitch. Which, that was kind of a son of a bitch answer.
Yeah, but it's also a decent answer.
It's absolutely true.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
More throttle, less brake.
That's how you go
That's
faster.
how you go faster. So.
I am interested to see how I'll do at Tally. Speaking of more throttle and less brake.
Okay,
because like when I was at Jennings, my problem places were the places where there were long straights, and I just kind of got freaked out by how fast I was going.
Right.
So
the back straight going into Farmhouse will probably do that to you a little bit, because that's the longest straight.
Right, but it's not a place with a lot of straights.
No.
It's not a fast track.
No, I mean it's the whole track's only a mile long.
Yeah.
So so let's walk through the track actually. So you grid up on the front straight, like every other racetrack on Earth, and then you go into a banked left.
Yes.
Right. Which you sound excited about.
I love that left.
Well, then you've driven. Why am I doing this? You've ridden this track. You tell me.
Because you have to talk too.
Yeah, I know, but I've talked enough.
So we've got our banked left, which I love the fact that it's banked. I think that's fun.
Yep.
Then we've got that little straight with like the kink in it.
Right.
This is a really good test to see if I remember it.
Yeah.
I haven't raced it since April of last year.
Yeah.
And then you've got turn 2, which is like that tighter left. And there's no traction on the outside of that turn.
Yes. Do not go on the outside of that turn.
Yeah, no, I'll have to remember that one.
Yes, remember that.
Because Kyle won't be there to crash to remind me.
That's true, yeah. Thanks, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you, Kyle.
Love you, mean it. So.
Yeah. And then we've got the decreasing radius right that I never figured out.
Okay.
Which means I've now got more opportunities to figure out.
Yep.
And then we've got the carousel, right?
Oh, you got a little short straight.
A little short straight than the carousel.
Yep. Which is
a left.
Right.
Yep. Oh yeah, I guess I shouldn't say these things.
Yes.
Which is a left.
Right.
And then you've
correct.
And then you've got the back straight right there.
Yep.
And then you have farmhouse, which is weird. It's like, isn't it like 2 little corners?
It's 3.
3?
Really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like a left and a right and a left kind of.
Yeah.
But like.
But you really take it as one turn.
Yeah.
So, and then you're back on the front straight.
And then you're back on the front straight. Yeah, it's quick. It's easy. It's fun.
It is.
Yeah.
No.
I am curious to see how this is gonna go because it's gonna feel like a new track a little bit because I've only.
Right, you've only raced it on a mini.
Yeah, and I've only raced it twice. Yeah.
Right.
So.
I'm actually glad that you're going to have the mini race after the mock race, because I think it's going to give you the opportunity to look at the track again. Right? So you're going to come out of the mock race.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get on the mini, right? And then run the track again.
Right.
And it's going to give you an opportunity to look at the track based on what you just did.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what the schedule is. I don't know how far there is between the mini race and F Superstock, but there's always a few sessions.
Yeah.
You know?
You're generally like what?
It varies a whole lot, but I mean, I think the earliest we've ever been is like 5th.
Yeah.
5th or 6th.
Yeah.
So, so you're gonna have a few sessions to think about it, essentially,
Yeah.
right? You know, we'll pull up the track map and talk through some of the markers and stuff.
I mean, I also think that the mini, like, it's gonna be weird switching between the mini and the big bike in the same day.
Well, one right after the other,
Yeah.
too. Like, you're literally going to jump off the 300. I'm going to hand you the mini.
Yeah.
And you're just going to keep going, basically.
Well, I think it's gonna make me stupid fast on the mini. 'Cause like.
Well, yeah, because you're going to be used to more speed.
Yeah, because all of a sudden I'll be like, oh wait, this is not that fast of a motorcycle.
No.
Because you know when I first got on the mini, I was like, oh my god, I hit 70.
Yeah.
And like that scared me, and now I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
70. Yeah. I'm not going that fast.
No. Yeah, I think it's definitely going to make you faster on the mini for sure.
Yeah.
And I think
the mini will make me faster on the bigger bike.
I do. I agree.
Because you can take corners a little more ballsy on the mini, which I think is something that I will always benefit from.
Oh, of course.
Because I'm a cautious rider, and I think
that'll change.
I mean, it will, but like even it took me a long time to not be completely cautious on the Benelli.
Right. Well, the reason I say that'll change. Actually, it's not necessarily that it will change. That your level of caution will change. Your level of knowledge will change.
Yeah.
Your skills will get better,
Yeah.
and you will feel more confident.
Yeah.
As you do this.
I mean, yeah,
right?
no, like I even saw, like I mentioned it, like when I saw it when we went to Jennings, like how like I started overcooking some corners, you know,
right,
where I was finding like the edge of my skill and and like, you know, growing a pair a little bit, which is a big part of racing.
Oh, absolutely, right. I mean, you know, some of it is just like, you know, okay, who's got the guts to brake later?
Yep.
Right. You know, or to, you know, take that corner with a little more, you know.
And I do not expect it to be.
Well,
and I'm okay with that.
You know,
I'm just
your
excited to go
first, like I look at your first race, because remember, like what did I remember when I came back to racing, and you were like, oh, you know, you're going to do really well, and I was like, I'm probably going to DFL every like the first 5 races, you know, the entire season.
And then you didn't.
I didn't. But no, I won I won 2 championships. But
on a slower bike.
On a 250. But hey, what the hell? You know, but the thing is going in with that, like I could DFL every race, but I got to go race, right? And that's really the key to this whole thing. Yep. Is
it's like when you asked me if I didn't pass race school, if I wanted to stay this weekend, and I looked at you like you were insane. Because of course I would.
Yes.
Because I want to stay for the mini.
Yeah, you want to race the mini.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Not leaving early.
Not leaving.
What?
What?
No.
We have a mini to race.
Yeah, there's still another motorcycle back there.
Still another motorcycle back. Yeah. Is there still another motorcycle back there?
Damn, there's still another motorcycle back there.
Cool. So the reason Annie brings that up is for the last few track days and races we've had to rent a truck because the Kia that we used to use is gone, and And we rented a different truck this time. And in the truck we had before, it had a rear view camera and a digital rear view mirror, so you could see everything.
Yes.
And this truck does not have such a setup.
Can't see.
And it's really
anything.
Tall.
Yeah.
And and the only thing I can see in the trailer is I can just see the top of the windscreen on the 300.
Yeah.
The Benelli is not visible at all.
You can't see anything.
You can't see anything back there.
So.
I mean, you can't see anything out of this truck anyway. So.
Well, yeah, but
excuse me, because it's a tank.
Yeah.
But
it's a nice truck.
It's a nice truck.
So.
I mean, it doesn't even know that is one thing that's different. Is like the Colorado we were renting before was a V6.
Yeah.
And you could kind of feel pulling the trailer.
Yeah, no.
This thing has no idea that there's anything back there. It's like, yeah, whatever. That's a long bed, and I loved the space.
Oh God, we have so much room.
We have so much room.
So much room.
We could put more shit in the bed.
Why? What do we need?
I don't think.
What do we want to start bringing?
I don't know.
Let's make our setup more bougie.
Oh. The only way we're getting more bougie is if we get an RV.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm starting to look at your cot. Starting to eye the cot.
You're trying to eye. You think we need another cot?
We might. Yeah.
That one's on you. Jesus. Sorry, I just got cut off by an 18-wheeler. Which I wasn't into.
That one's on me. You bought one for yourself.
Well, yeah,
Are you saying that I have to sleep in worse quarters than you do?
You have a double mattress.
Oh yeah, that is true. But that's only because it was the only way we could get.
Yeah, I know they didn't have a single, but
that was purely just by luck.
I'm off the ground. You have a double mattress. I mean,
I'd rather be off the ground. It's cold down here.
Yeah, I know. But I'm old, and crawling around on the floor. I'm too old to be crawling around on the floor.
You're not that old. I love how you're only old when it's convenient.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
You are catching up.
Oh God.
Well, I mean that's why I mean you have to admit that is why we have the big tall tent.
It's true.
Because I got tired of crawling around on the floor.
That's true.
And I'm like, no, I need to be able to stand up in my tent. And then I'm like, well, now I need to be able to...
but then you put a chandelier in there, so now I see in the head.
Now you bought the chandelier.
Yeah, because you kept joking about it. We had to get it.
We did have to get a chandelier.
Yeah.
Now we have a chandelier.
Now we have a chandelier.
It's with a remote.
Yeah, which is honestly kind of great.
Which is kind of great.
Yeah,
actually.
the remote is really convenient.
Especially these early races where it's cold.
Yeah.
And you can just boop and turn off the lights.
Yeah, I don't have to get out of the sleeping bag.
You don't have to get out of the sleeping bag. Yeah, I mean there is something to be said for that. So there you go. Yeah. So until this all happens, is there anything else we want to talk about?
I don't think so.
Okay, great.
All right, we would like to take a moment to thank our sponsors for this season.
Absolutely. So as of right now, our sponsors include Up Level Signs and Designs, who's providing all of our vinyl this year, which Annie is very excited about. So she gets a race number that she likes.
Yes, and we're also selling stickers.
Yes, we are.
So come see our tent. We've got cool stuff.
Come to the paddock. We got merch.
Yeah.
You can get either an Itty Bitty Racing Committee sticker or an Inherited Chaos sticker for $3, or you can get a pair for $5.
Heck yeah.
Right. That's a deal. That's a bargain at twice the price. We also have the law offices of Shannon Collier Stalvey, who set up the LLC for the race team for us, and who has this is her second year as a sponsor. The Blue Ridge 250, which is a fantastic charity ride to benefit Focus, which is an organization that works with fragile kids and their families. They are a new sponsor for us this year, and at the aluminum level. So yeah, they're a big deal. Yeah. Studio Lenza, who we mentioned, Randy Beck from Studio Lenza, who has done all of our video work for years at this point.
He's just kind of permanent.
He's kind of a permanent deal. He has also actually donated actual money to the cause as well at different times. I highly recommend you go see the movie that he filmed, the documentary called Back to the Track, which you can see on YouTube, and you can also see actually on the ittybitty.com website.
Yes. As well as my BTR application. If you want to
And
get,
yes,
you know, a little bit of personal about me.
a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So, which was also shot by Randy.
Yes. That's
Yes,
the
yes, I'm fine. You had to bring that up.
point.
The Profit Firm Bookkeeping and Tax Solutions. They are a new sponsor for us this year. We're very excited to have them. Business Radio X, who is now in his. This is our fourth season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is Business Radio X. Stone Payton has sponsored us for the last 4 years.
Thank you, Stone.
Thank you, Stone. Much love for you. Bain Point Promotions, who I believe is also a 4-year sponsor, who, in addition to sponsoring us, has also done T-shirts and merch for my company.
Oh, wonderful.
When I still had my company.
Yeah.
Great company. Alpha and Omega Automotive, who has worked on every vehicle that we've ever owned.
Yeah.
And is also a 4-year sponsor.
Yes.
Thank you to Lori and Danny Billy. By the way, we have gotten rid of 2 of those vehicles, so you'll only have to work on the Mustang now.
It's true.
Until we get an RV.
Yep.
Sharp Shell Digital, who is my current employer, who actually purchased on Access.
Yes.
Two Polarities, who is our nonprofit sponsor. We don't take anything from them. We just treat them we give them all the benefits of sponsorship without actually them having to pay for it.
What is their?
Oh, Two Polarities provides medication for mental health medications for people who can't afford it, and among other services as well. Lloyd Brown is the lead there and has some personal experience with that stuff. So it is really just a wonderful human being. And then our newest sponsor this year, Perimeter Wildlife Control, Andy Balsero, Andy Balls.
Andy Balls.
Who was Annie's coach at the Precision Track Day event, where she did the one-on-one coaching.
And now a good friend and sponsor.
A good friend and sponsor. And we're happy to have Andy along.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Oh, and one more. We have an individual sponsor. So, my best friend on earth passed away, I believe, 6 years ago. His name is Steve Capelli. He was actually the guy that got me to race this class. He raced it on a 250 and just went and looked at me and was just like, dude, you've got to do this.
Yeah.
So he passed of a massive heart attack about, I believe it was 6 years ago. And Cheryl Capelli, his widow, who was also a close friend, and also a great mortgage expert, because she did my last 2 mortgages. Cheryl has contributed in Steve's name as an individual sponsor this year.
Yes.
So, which is very heartwarming.
It is.
Yes.
That would make me happy too.
Yes, and we
Yes.
appreciate. I actually just
we have a hashtag Awesome Steve. sticker
Amazing
on-
Steve.
Amazing Steve.
Amazing Steve. Yep. And I got to tell you that just seems appropriate.
Yeah.
For this group. So, all right, Annie. I think that's it for the podcast.
Yeah. Thank you to all of our sponsors and
anybody who actually listens to this.
yeah, looking forward to talking to you guys again.
And now watches it.
And now watches it.
Look at that! You get to see our
little faces.
and the
Yeah.
fact that
And the fact that we look alike. Yeah.
Do we look alike?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. So,
I thought you were much cuter than I was.
I am, but
Yeah, you do have less beard hair too. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks again. Bye bye.
Nobody can stop me now.